Hello and welcome to the Lords of Uberdark Alpha 0.42 release video. This is Phillip again, and this is the first release where my code has been visible to the public. I have about a dozen features to cover for this release, so I'll try and keep it to the point. I'm sure members of the community will share some of their favorite elements of the new release in greater detail. We have an enhanced loading bar, which you had saw in the introduction, and we have animated torches, which smoke and flicker. Oh, and of course we have zombies that like to attack you when it's dark. One feature that the community's been asking about for a long time is persistent or saved maps, and we now have that fully implemented. I'll go ahead and exit the game and reopen it. And as you can see, all the elements that I had dug through and chopped up and built, and even the torches that are stuck on the side of the buildings are still here. Crafting's been really significantly extended, and I'm going to have to get some materials together before I can fully show you this, but I'll just chop down a tree and chase this log down a hill, and then head on back up to my little hut here, and we'll show you what all's going on. The first item I'm going to craft is the saw bench, which was available in 0.41, so this isn't much of a change. The biggest change here is how it's stored. The recipe in this is actually stored in a file. I'm going to go ahead and position these pieces so that you can see how they were in 0.41, and the recipe won't quite work. We have to move these things a little bit closer together. And again, the process is the same, where you hold onto the center piece and then right click to craft. And there we have a saw bench. For the next recipe I'm going to need some coal, so I don't actually see anywhere nearby where there's some coal, so I'm going to run a long way and then come back. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this. I'll be back in just a bit. This also doubles as a brief sample of how massive the maps can now be in Uberdark. They extend for a very, very basically undefined large range, and they are persisted everywhere you go. Alright, with coal in hand, we can now get ready to make a torch, which actually only works with a coal nugget. See there, torch, and we're going to go ahead and just throw it at the wall, and see, real torch. And after that we can make, let's see, what else is on my recipe list? I've got a pickaxe. This one's out of iron. Now the funny thing about this, if you use a piece of wood or a log to create pickaxe, well, I guess it's a board, but anyway, the boards that come in your inventory are already iron, so if you use tin and, oh crud, yeah, if you use a tin and a board and you use the board to activate the crafting process, for now it will actually make an iron pickaxe anyway. So to actually use the right material and trigger an actual tin pickaxe, you have to hold the tin and use it to activate the process, not the other way around. See? Tin pickaxe. Alright, a couple more recipes we have. Here's where you got a shield. And another one that I have in the list I'll show you in just a moment here is the door. So yeah, we've got two objects that don't do a whole lot in the game yet, but you can craft them using materials in your inventory. You can see them, you can interact with them, you can hold the shield in your hand. Let's see. And just 3 boards in a straight line here, that'll give you a door. And, you know, it's got an awesome model, and we'll look into building functionality for that later in the game. The next recipe I have on my list is an anvil, which requires placing the copper in a nice X formation. And actually any bars will work. Again, the item you're holding drives the material that you're actually going to produce out of it. And I need some materials to go grab an axe, so let's grab some logs and some other stuff, and then we'll be good to go. Alright. Log plus mithril, bar makes mithril axe, log plus gold bar, and actually I've been placing these individually. I don't actually have to do that. I just wanted to show you the difference between 0.41 and 0.42 crafting. You can use a whole stack of items. It will only consume the number of items needed to actually complete the recipe. So here I've still got all the stuff that I originally started with, aside from what was used to create the axe. Alright, next up we have some music samples. We're going to go through night, underground, day, inventory, and title respectively, and I'll just be quiet while all that's going on. Another new element in 0.42 is the menu screen. It's just a title screen for now, but it does have some nice fade in, fade out features. Oh, and another thing is, if you hold shift while moving, you'll run. And I couldn't figure out a good way to demonstrate this, so I'm just going to go ahead and run, and then walk, and hope that this kind of shows you what's going on. Run, walk, yeah. I'll just do a couple more loops of this and hope that it gets the point across. Alright, for the record, I'm really not good at building houses in Uberdark yet, and yeah, it took me quite a while to build the little hovel that I was showing in this video, so I'm just going to give a little bit of a demonstration on how long it took me with 4 times compression on the time here. How long it took me just to build that little hut, and then realize that this nice foundation I'm laying right here was too high, either that or my ceiling was too low for me to actually stand in the hut. So, yeah, it was fun. Now, what was I recording here again? I've completely forgotten what I was going to do. Probably something about crafting. Let's see. Grab a stick. Crap. Yet, that didn't work very well. And cut. Alright, let's build an anvil. Grab copper, put it in a nice little X formation, and then grab the piece in the middle and right click to activate the craft screen. Let's see, move this in. Okay, move it over here, move that over there. Okay, now that I'm down in this hole, I probably should find a torch and put it on... Wait a minute. I was trying to capture the music for caves. Why am I in my inventory? And I guess my torches are right over there, but I didn't see them. Alright, I just read on the forums that respawn was broken, so I better test it and make sure I understand what's going on.